Here we are in our pumpkin patch. So within our big weed mess, I at least pulled some weeds thinking I could keep up with the weeds. I couldn't, but there's enough space to plant some pumpkin seeds from our pumpkins last year. We roasted some of the seeds and then some of them I kept in an envelope to dry out and plant this year. And I was like, well, let's just see if we can grow our own pumpkins. I threw a bunch of the seeds in here and guess what? They all popped. We are overcrowded. If you know about pumpkins, they need a lot of space to vine out. They got huge, giant leaves. And these flowers are stretched about 2 feet high to get some sun, get pollinated by all the different pollinators, bees and butterflies. This is a problem, all right, because these pumpkins aren't going to be ginormous like we were hoping. These pumpkins are going to be strangled. These pumpkins are going to be small because it's too much. It's overcrowded. And why I'm talking about this pumpkin patch is during my recovery, I didn't even know who I was. I had some identity loss. Who am I outside of work? Who am I outside of being a mom now that I'm in this different phase of life? I'm not in my early 20s anymore. And so I was like, let me go on this self-discovery journey of finding out a new hobby, things that I like to do. And every week I would try something new. And it would be something small, low investment of time, energy, money. And every week I had a schedule where I would try something new. But the problem was I was overcrowding the growth and the identity discovery with too much. And I know that we're doing this 30-day reset, so this might even be too much, but that's why these videos can be revisited later. Save them to your own playlist to revisit when you're ready. Because this is what was happening in my recovery is I was grabbing onto so many things. I was recovering not only physically and mentally and emotionally, I was recovering relationships, and then I was trying to find my identity. And I thought I had to do all the things. So through this identity search, I wasn't even really absorbing or identifying what I liked because I was always on to the next thing. The next week I was trying a new hobby. And so I got about 2 months into that, which was 8 new activities or hobbies to explore. And I just had to stop because I wasn't even finding out or absorbing what I did like. And on the 8th week, this came to be because I was forest bathing. I was trying out forest bathing, and it's where you go hiking and you don't go for the amount of miles, you don't go for the exercise, you go for the enrichment of being in the woods, seeing, feeling, smelling everything around you. And I slowed down just for a moment and I realized I am doing too much. I switched all my productivity guilt and my work addiction over to trying to find hobbies. All I did was switch the addiction over. I wasn't actually addressing the addiction. So I overcrowded my own growth journey, my own identity journey by having just too much in one spot. So I started just forest bathing or, elongating my time in the woods, not for output, not for miles, but just for enrichment. And allowing that to be for weeks. And actually, that turned out to be something that I really enjoyed. So, where are you overcrowding your growth? You're doing too many of the things that you're actually stinting the growth of your own journey because every pattern that we do either feeds the energy or it drains it.